Hello, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about some basic hygiene tips for basic training. Of course, this can be used for anywhere that you're going on for like an extended period of time, but this video was specifically created for basic training. And I also have my bag that I bought with me from basic training, so I'm going to unpack it with you guys. I have not unpacked it yet, so inside the bag is really everything that I absolutely needed 100%. You're going to get to see some of the things that I used, because as you guys know, I got a chance to come home for holiday block leave, so I was able to bring things that I knew that I needed. I also have a long list of things here on this paper. I'm actually going to type this stuff up for you guys, probably in a file, and if I can link it to this video, I will. If I cannot link it to this video, then just email me. My email will be in the description bar, and I will gladly send this over to you. But these are some things that like nobody says that you need. I know your recruiter be tripping. Especially for a woman, you need to bring some stuff for hygiene, okay? But before we get started on all that kind of stuff, I want to share with you just this one little program. So yeah, before we get started, I want to share with you guys this. So it doesn't really have anything to do with hygiene, but you are probably going to get this when you land to go to basic training. The USO gives this to you, and it's called Sandbox, and you're supposed to be able to get. It's basically, I know the jail uses it, like where you can get like quick letters. Basically, it's a digital letter. Like, so your loved one or whoever, they send you a letter via text message, and the letter is printed out. Once we get our bag, I'll show you. Once we get my bag, I'll show you, but it's actually printed out on like a piece of paper, and it's sent directly to your battery. I will say that it says stay connected, feel supported, letters delivered. Give this card to a friend. Let me make sure I don't have my address or anything on here. So then you open it up and you fill this out. I didn't fill out this little paper like this. What I did was send my husband the text message. So you can do it completely online, but you need to have your battery and the address and all that kind of stuff. So you probably have to wait until you're going to have to wait till you get to your battery so that they can have the right information. And then you send them all this stuff. So ideally, I believe they advertised, hold on, let me make sure. It doesn't say it on here, but they advertised basically like overnight letters. The letters didn't come overnight. So we started calling it Sandbox. It's called Sandbox, but we started calling it Sandbox because my letters did not come overnight. I mean, I got letters at the end of December that was sent in November. So that just shows you kind of how that goes. Towards the end though, like my husband sent a letter on January 5th and I got the letter on January 7th. So it does work, but it still has to be processed through the post, and then it's up to really your battery as to when you receive the letter. So I'm not gonna say Sandbox itself is a scam. It's really, do they feel like giving you letters? Do they feel like passing on mail or not? That's really what it is, okay? So this is a good program. Just because they also, like, let's say you didn't have stamps. You don't need stamps with these letters, not all of them. Most of the time when someone pays to send a letter to you, they'll give you the ability to send them a letter back for free. Priority at that. So let's get into the video. We're gonna sit on the floor and open up my bag. All right, so I don't think I'm gonna put my face in this video. Here's my bag. Now, I showed you guys this bag. I will have it linked down below. I ordered it from Amazon. This bag is massive. As you can see right here, this part actually zips together if you don't need it to be extended out this far, but this was an amazing bag. It buckles across your waist because it can get really heavy, and then it buckles across your chest as well. It also has, it came with this, let's see if I can find it, that you can hook like your water bottle or your keys or something onto this right here. And it just has many different compartments. The great thing about it is you can put, you can Velcro your rank, your name. It came with this flag, and I just Velcro my rank and my name and then put like, the little things up there. But let's open it up, okay? So make sure you can see it all, because I want to show you how it opens. Well, you probably saw it in the other packing video, but this thing opens pretty wide. So let's move this because it has my address in it. But this is how the Sandbox letter comes. And I don't want to show you my address, but let's see if I can show you this letter. So the person can send like pictures or something, and then it comes like, with the date on it, and then the letter. It comes literally like patriotic like that. And for the holiday times, they changed the font and it was like a Christmas font. So this is how it comes. And then they also send you, so this one, so they have to pay to send you Sandbox letters, but as you can see, this one says you have to place a stamp right here. So in this case, I would have to use a stamp, and you just label it accordingly. So you just label your letter and you send it back to your loved one like this, and all this comes inside of this one little thing. And I'll put on the screen how much it costs to send a Sandbox letter, but you know, it gets kind of lonely there. So I would highly suggest that you stay informed with your family. So let's open this up. So here I have a bag. Now you don't have to make all of these things, but honestly, I would suggest just setting everything up like this, because this is probably very close to how they're going to have you set things up. And it has a paper with my name in it, so that if you write it on the bag, it's probably going to get erased. And you just put your phone and stuff in it. Now I carry my phone. This is how you're going to store your phone. You're not going to have your phone with you. Your phone's going to be stored in a different room. So you want to make sure that you have everything contained inside of the bag. I bought this with me. This was a saving grace. The battery on this thing works so good. Like how I charged it when I left home, I charged it to 100%. By the time I came back home, and I used it on both bus rides, the bus ride to Dallas and the bus ride to OKC, it's still on 83%. So this was amazing. I would definitely put one of these in there, because like I told you guys before, their top priority is not making sure that your phone is charged. Another thing that I would make sure that you have are earbuds that do not require charging, okay? So if you have an iPhone, make sure that you get that little adapter piece, but make sure that you have earbuds, because they barely charge your phone. They're definitely not going to be charging, headphones or any other devices you have. This is the charger to the power bank, and then make sure that you have a actual charger to your phone, and make sure that it doesn't have a short in it, because when they get ready to charge your phones, there's a bunch of phones being plugged up at once. No one's paying attention to make sure your phone is accurately charged. So make sure you have a good charger, even if you need to go and purchase one. This was just a jacket that I bought back along with the jacket that I'm wearing, because you guys know at this point I did chapter out. Also a little laundry bag. So I will use this laundry bag to keep my dirty linens in, to keep dirty underwear, to keep dirty socks in. I will also link these. I got these from Amazon. It came with a bunch of them, but I would highly suggest that you bring something like this to keep your dirty laundry in. And another thing with laundries, I'm not going to show you my underwear, but there are two things that I will make sure to bring, and that is tights, like running tights, biker shorts, I don't know what you call them, and underwear. The underwear that they have at the PX were all white underwear, and they were terrible. If you're a young lady, I would highly suggest that you bring like menstrual underwear, something that's a bit thicker, just because you're gonna need them. I'm just gonna say that, okay? So laundry bag, and then the underwear and the tights. Another thing, since I'm going to be pulling out a bunch of Ziploc bags, is I would highly suggest that you bring Ziploc bags, and not just the ones that you press close like this, the kind that you slide close like this, because time is everything in basic training. This is Tiger Balm, and they let us purchase this from the PX, but this one specifically, the one they let us purchase from the PX was about that big. It wasn't very big at all. My husband actually bought this one for me from Amazon. We were allowed to use Tiger Balm because it was so at the PX, and we were not allowed to use Icy Hot until the end. So I would bring this and Icy Hot, or just bring some sort of muscle relieving cream, because you're gonna need it. This is just a bunch of extra stuff that was sent to me and things like that. I see nail clippers in here. Highly suggest bringing nail clippers, because you don't want to have to borrow nail clippers from someone else. It's absolutely disgusting. Vaseline, I got this Vaseline from the PX. If you go during the winter cycle, especially just to keep your lips and your skin clean, I mean, not clean, but moisturized, I would highly suggest bringing something like this. This was a bag that I had that was full of ink pens and flashcards. You will be allowed to go to the PX. There will be pens and flashcards at the PX. However, they choose when you're allowed to go to the PX. So if you come with all of this stuff, it makes it even better for you. So highlighters and things like that, just for studying, I would highly suggest you bring those. These are silks, which they gave us. Mine still have the tags on them. I did not wear them yet, but I kept these items because these are very good quality things, especially if you spend a lot of time outdoors and running and stuff like that. They gave us 2 sets, long sleeve shirt, and then the silk bottoms like this. And then I also kept one of my Army issue shirts. Actually, I think I kept 2 because I wore one back with me. So if you're going during a winter cycle, I would link these as well. Honey, my feet, I could not feel my feet sometimes sitting outside, especially when you're sleeping outside, during the hammer, during the anvil, during the forge. You are going to want to be warm, okay? So these are like little fleece booties almost. They're boot socks. They don't have any ventilation, and they kept my feet so warm. I was afraid, like when I went back for holiday block leave, I said I have to find something that's going to keep my feet warm. This is a medium, and I wear a 8.5. So yes, here are these guys. The next thing, so this is just a little bag that the USO gave us when we left for holiday block leave. The USO is very friendly. I mean, they're always giving away stuff. They had a bunch of stuff in here, but this is like a little sleeping mask, an ink pen. I believe they had wipes and stuff in there. You'll see some of the other things because I had more than one, because I made more than one trip to the USO. And these are our lovely goggles that they made us wear. We had to wear these goggles every single day. And I have an extra gray insert in there because I wear glasses. If you don't wear glasses, your goggles, like, they'll look like, let's see if I can pop it out. They look like this. So yes, we had to wear these goggles, and this was a part of your uniform. So if you didn't have it on, you were going to get in trouble. But yeah, these are the goggles. And you can replace these little inserts right here, because as you can see, they got very, very scratched. Just put them inside of there. Okay, and then here's the little bag where those goggles came in. These are, let's see, combat gloves. I never wore them. A lot of people from the other cycles didn't get them. This was something new that they were adding in. They're just very nice green gloves that I would keep. And I did keep. So there's those combat gloves. This is more bras and stuff like that. And I would highly suggest that you bring your own bras that you feel comfortable in at home. The bras that they have at the PX, it's not that they're not very supportive. They're very tight. They were very constricting. And I just don't like those kind of bras. I like these kind of bras. I want to show you. They're almost like little t-shirts. Is this backwards? I guess I bleached it. Yeah, they're almost like little t-shirts like this. If you have larger breast, maybe these won't do well for you, but just find whatever bra works best for you at home and then use it. I absolutely love these, and I bought like a bunch of them. And then the tights that I told you guys about as well. Let me show you. Just biker shorts. I'll link those for you. This is the Eagle card, and this was the card they give you when you first arrive to go to the PX. I believe this card had $320 on it. Don't get happy. It was not $320 of money that they just gave you. It's $320 that's being deducted from your paycheck, and you can use it at the PX. And with that being said, do not, I'm gonna talk to you about it a little more. Do not buy the black bag at the PX. If you're going to Fort Sill, do not buy the black bag. I didn't use anything out of that bag, okay? I ended up throwing away most of that stuff, giving away some of that stuff. Do not buy it. Make your own list of things that you need to buy. The list that I have typed up for you guys, it will be a comprehensive list of stuff that you will actually use, but the stuff that's in that bag is a waste of money, okay? And the bag is like $220, so it eats up a good chunk of the money that you have on here, okay? So there's that. It's like my badges and all this kind of stuff. They give you this. It's like a neck gaiter, which I'm probably going to give my son. You can see I didn't use it because they let you know what you can use and what you can't use. They also had these face masks. We had a brown one, and then we had a black one. And another thing I would highly suggest is you bring a detangling brush, or just a brush that suits your hair well, a comb, whatever kind of comb suits your hair well. This is for like lymphatic massage, because you're gonna be moving so much, and just, especially if it's cold when you go, just bring stuff to care for your body. That's what I'm gonna say. I also bought my massage cups, so I was able to give myself massages. And if you guys follow me, you know I'm a massage therapist, and I was able to give other people massages because I bought my supplies with me. So I would highly suggest that you do so. This is a spray bottle, like a continuous spray bottle for your hair. I'm not gonna spray it just because, but you might not have time to wash your hair. You barely have time to shower sometimes. So washing your hair, you know, is not of top priority. I would highly suggest you bring a spray bottle, especially if you have straight hair. You're gonna have to have your hair slicked back at all times. I will say that if you're a curly haired girl, especially a person of color, they're a lot more lenient on your hair styling. But if you have straight hair, they're not. So bring yourself a spray bottle. And this is a really good one because it has like a continuous spray. I bought gloves, okay? Because you have to clean, you have to do daily cleanings, nightly cleanings, and cleanliness is not of their top priority, in saying that a lot of times there's no gloves available. So I bought gloves from home. Oops, I broke the thing. I bought my own gloves from home that I was able to use. I also bought disposable gloves, but when I left the disposable gloves for the girls, so I didn't need to use these. But I would bring my own gloves. I would not leave it up to them to supply gloves because honestly, they probably won't be any. And you don't want to, when I came home for holiday block leave, all the skin on my hand was peeling and my hands were like very dark right here and just almost like, I don't know if it was frostbite, if it was chemical burn, honey, but at all costs, protect your hands. Here's the other silk. Because I went to Charlie 95th, I was actually able to read books. I would bring books just in case you do end up chaptering out, or let's say when you're on your way to AIT and you're going like to the airport that you have something to read. I would bring a book. They allow us to have one religious book. So this book I could actually bring inside of the bay with me, and as well as a Bible. Okay, so gloves. They supply us with gloves, but honestly, the gloves are not the best gloves. So I went ahead and purchased these. Now they're all black. Maybe my gloves are in here. No, I think I had to return my gloves. So the gloves that they gave me, I don't have any longer, but they are nothing in comparison to these gloves. These are below zero gloves. And like I said, if you're going during a winter cycle, pack everything that you need to keep yourself warm because it is not of their top concern. When I came back home from holiday block leave, I could not feel my fingers for about a week and a half. So this is why I bought this, and this is why I bought these, because I realized that I was getting like frost nip. So it's like the first signs of frostbite. So definitely find yourself a pair of gloves. I'm not saying that you'll be able to use them, but at least probably later on in your cycle, like as you go to white phase or blue phase, you'll be able to use them. Or at the very least, if you're sleeping outside, you can bring these items in your rucksack and you can use them. Another thing, I bought some string just for fun, and then lip care. You want to bring your lip care just because, like I said, especially if you're going through a winter cycle. Hair supplies. You guys saw this. I packed my little, it's basically my writing envelope. So I have my stamps in here, paper, what is it? A clipboard, just everything I need to write letters to my loved ones. And I think that's about it. It's my edge brush, girl. So this is just random stuff down there. This. So you see there's tape on it because I actually end up taping it to my locker, which, let's take that off. But this little guy, so you have to do this thing called fire guard, which is basically you watch over the bay in the middle of the night. You'll have to do it every single night. Maybe you have enough people in your bay to where you don't have to do it every night, but at least every other night you're going to be doing fire guard. And when you have to get dressed for fire guard, maybe you're a person who likes to wake up early in the morning and get dressed before everyone else, so that you can have a sink, that you can have a stall, the shower, or whatever. You might need a light. So my husband sent me this light, and it ended up being like literally one of the best things ever. And I just taped it to my locker, and I had like a little like room light. So I would highly suggest one of those. I'm gonna have this on the list, girl, bathroom spray. I never knew this until I went to basic training, but I am poo shy. And if you're going to be somewhere for 3+ months, you're going to have to use the bathroom. Okay, you're going to have to do number one. You're going to have to do number two. You're going to have to smell other people's poop, and people are going to have to smell your poop. So I would highly suggest bringing an air freshener that is not in an aerosol container. If it's in an aerosol container, you're not going to be able to bring it. So they sold this at the PX. I would bring something like this, or at least find one of these and fill this up with something that, you know, some poopery or something like that, that would help freshen up the bathroom. And I would bring more than one of these because this ain't enough. Okay, this ain't enough at all. Let's see. That's just papers. I don't know. Oh, I was looking for those gummies to give that pregnant girl. But here's Sharpies. I would definitely bring Sharpies. I guess it's part of markers. And this lock was probably the best investment that I made, because you're going to need to do things very quickly, okay? You're going to have hit times that you need to meet. And if you're one of those people in high school, if you couldn't get your lock open easily, girl, you're still not going to be able to get it open easily, okay? If you can't remember combinations easily, you still not going to be able to remember combination easily. This lock has 4 little numbers. So let's say the password to your phone. I know you know the password to your phone. All you have to do is just put it in and open it up. I would highly suggest getting a lock like this. I actually bought 2 of them with me. So I would get locks like this. I would not use the little spinning lock, especially if you're not good at memorizing numbers and things like that. Another thing, this guy, okay? The best kept secret. This is basically a skin exfoliator, and you can also, let me show you. I don't know if you can see it. You can put it across your back like that and actually wash your back. You're going to be spending days in the field where you're getting filthy. You're going to be in the mud. Sometimes you're going to be muddy. Your hair is going to be muddy. You need something to be able to properly clean your skin. You don't want to get ringworms and all this other kind of things that come with being dirty. If you can't find one like this that can wash your back and all that kind of stuff, you know, the little loofah that you use to like clean your skin, get yourself one of those. In addition to the towels that they're going to give you, bring one of these, okay? Don't say I didn't tell you. Girl, I got edge control, which somebody gave that to me. This came in the little USO bin, which we'll talk about this here in a second once I get to the desk. Another one of the little air fresheners. This one's almost empty. I don't know what's in here. Oh, it's like important paperwork, so I'm not going to open that. Let's see. Hot hands. We were not allowed to use hot hands. I used these actually when I was at the airport, and they worked really good, but a lot of people still bought them, and most of the time they just let us keep them in our personal bag. So if your drill sergeants let you bring hot hands, cool. If it's a winter cycle, you probably gonna want them, but we weren't allowed to use them. So there's that. This is just my PT belt, and this is the jersey that I wore. When we first got there, they put us in little jerseys and embarrassed us by number. Go figure. So there's that. I don't even think I was supposed to keep that, but they didn't take it back. A towel, I would bring your own towel, just because the towels that they give you are the towels that you wash cars with, the microfiber towels. I don't necessarily like the way they feel on my hands or on my skin, but yeah. So I bought my own little towel, and I would highly suggest that it be black, because a lot of times it's not like you're at home, you're going to be able to do, you know, different colors, loads of laundry. You might not be able to do that. So just get one that doesn't stain, that doesn't look dirty. This is naproxen that I was given for my back. You cannot bring any medications. This came from Sick Call, so there's that. And then I bought these 2 to bring to the airport with me, freshen up my breath and all that kind of stuff. But you were not allowed to use that at basic training. And then my glass case. Okay, so that's all for my bag. Let's get to this guy. So I'm going to bring this one to my desk so you guys can see my face, and we're going to talk about the rest of the stuff on the list, and we'll go ahead and end this video. All right, so before I go over this list, I just want to say it might seem a little excessive, but let me tell you, people are nasty, and you have never seen nasty until you have lived with 60 women, all with different hygiene practices. Some people don't take baths at all. Some people take baths very sporadically. Some people, you know, leave their period stuff all over the place. Some people don't clean off toilet seats. Some people don't clean off showers. You have never seen nasty until you've lived with 60 plus women. I'm going to say that. So though it might seem very excessive, I want you to be clean. I want you to be safe, because I knew a girl there who got a skin infection, okay? And a lot of us were getting sick. A lot of them had, I know a girl who had mono while she was there, not because she was kissing anybody, but because it was simply nasty, okay? All right. So like I said, they had a girl there who got a skin infection just from girls being nasty. So I'm not a neat freak. I keep saying that, but maybe I just like stuff a little bit more clean, okay? So I bought a lot of things with me that would help me to keep things clean. And I shared some of the products when I was there. So I want to share some of these things with you. So the first thing is some sort of Lysol or sanitizing wipes. I showed you guys the little wipes that the USO gave us. Those worked out perfectly for me, just for wiping off the toilet, okay? Because we're gonna need to wipe off this toilet. If you have to pee, if you don't know the stooping method, you know when you put your legs over the toilet and you stoop over the toilet, don't be sitting down on none of these toilets. That's nasty. That's how you get infections and diseases. Do not sit down on the toilet. And if you do have to sit down on the toilet, if you're like me, if you have to do number 2 and you need to sit down, you need to wipe off that toilet. Make sure that you have some sort of Lysol or cleaning wipe. If you need it to fit inside of your bag, what I would do is get a Ziploc bag and just take all the wipes out of there and put them, I probably have some, yeah, so take all the wipes out and just put them inside of a bag like this. So put your little wipes, get your stuff together, okay? Have something to clean up the toilet seat. Another thing is gloves. I showed you guys I have gloves in my bag, but I would bring disposable gloves. You don't have to bring those kind. I would bring disposable gloves just so you don't have to worry about cleaning them. I had you can order gloves off Amazon. Take all the gloves out of the bag and just put them in little bags like this and put them inside your stuff. Because you have to clean during your fire guard shift. And let's say, I mean, if you have something like cleaning the sinks or maybe cleaning the showers, it's not too bad. But if you're assigned to clean the toilets, you need to clean the toilet. And you need to have on gloves to do so. Non-aerosol air freshener, I told you guys about that. Wipes, especially for your period. So this is actually wipes. If you're going out in the field, if you're on your period or something like that, then you need to bring wipes. I have a whole separate video for you guys about your period and basic training, but just make sure that you bring the proper hygiene things. And the next thing I said was make a shower bag. So, like I said, you're gonna have a list, the full list of all these things, but here is the shower bag. Now, you had to buy this from the PX. They didn't just give this to us. If you're gonna buy your own bag before you go, just make sure it's a solid color bag and it's not some wild girly color like pink or, you know, it's not all this frilly thing. Make sure it's a solid color like black, this color, maybe a deeper brown, a navy blue. Make sure it's solid. Like, you're not trying to be cute and they don't want you to be cute, so just don't get yourself in trouble, okay? So we bought a bag like this, and then inside of this bag, so I'm gonna open it up. This bag, I don't know why the socks are in here. It looks a little messy, okay? But this is the bag that every time I went to the bathroom, I bought it with me. Now I would highly suggest that if you buy your own bag, that you get a bag that's actually waterproof, so that when you go into the shower, it's okay if your bag gets wet, okay? So this bag was not waterproof, but yeah, so soap. Highly suggest Dial soap, because Dial soap is antibacterial, and like I said, you'll be doing a lot of things. You don't have ringworms and such, okay? So if you don't bring any other of those frilly soaps, make sure that you bring an antibacterial soap. I know you might not like the smell of it, but it's antibacterial, okay? So if you don't want this one, make sure that you find another that is antibacterial. So there's Dove in here, and I just bought the 2 of those. So it's your USO wipes. These are Pixie cup wipes for my menstrual cup. Like I said, I have a whole separate video for that. Degree. I like the 72-hour Degree. I actually like the aerosol can, but they did not allow us to bring aerosol cans. So I would bring your own deodorant. Razors, okay? I was told this rumor that we weren't allowed to shave in basic training, and we actually were allowed to shave in basic training. There was really no hygiene restrictions for us when we went there, other than time. Like, if you didn't have the time to do it, of course you couldn't do it, but it wasn't that you couldn't do it at all. So I would definitely bring a razor, bring several razors, okay? Just the good kind, all right? Toothbrush, of course. And I would bring a toothbrush with a little a cap on it. So I did have the one that initially that you put like on the top and the bottom and like encapsulates the whole toothbrush. However, we want the toothbrush to dry out, so I don't really like those as much because that's how bacteria grows and stuff like that. So I really like this one. I would get a little cap like this. Hand sanitizer, because you never know. This is Corn Huskers lotion, which is just like a hand treatment. I bought this with me, which is just body lotion. Every night I lotioned up, and I refilled this when I came home from holiday block leave, and I still have quite a bit in there. I actually put Bath and Body Works in there, okay? So, I don't know why this is in here. This is the earplugs they gave us for the field. Have more of those. And don't forget that some of this stuff is not going to be sold at the PX, so you need to bring enough to last for the duration of your basic training, or at the very least enough until you get to the battery, but you don't know if you're going to be like held at reception or recycled or anything like that. So just enough until you get to the battery. I would bring like a month's supply at the very least, so that you can order more things, okay? Because you can't order things from like Amazon, okay? So some sort of healing ointment. I actually gave my Aquaphor away. They sell Aquaphor at the PX, but I would bring some sort of healing ointment for your skin, especially because you do a lot of walking. There's a lot of chafing going on. I bought 2 kinds of toothpaste. This is my favorite toothpaste for like whitening my teeth, but it doesn't give you that overall fresh breath feel. So I bought this one as well. That's personal preference. This is toner for my skin. Keep your skin clean. I know you're at basic training and you think you're rough and tough and tumble, but keep your skin clean. Witch hazel. This is witch hazel, and it works not only for like your skin on your face, but you know, your skin on your intimate parts, and just it's an astringent. An astringent, think of alcohol without the harshness of alcohol. So I would definitely get some of this. And then you see this little bottle and these little bottles. I would bring an extra amount of these because yeah, you might have full-size items inside of your locker, but I would not be like carrying full-size items in and out the bathroom. I would only carry this bag in and out the bathroom. So that way you're not losing anything or leaving anything, okay? We did get nail clippers, I mentioned that. These were awesome. I would definitely buy some of these. You can buy these at the PX as well, but I would just get some while I'm at home. Put them in a Ziploc bag if they don't come in a bag small as this one. But they're just basically flossers for your teeth. Because remember, you need everything to be quick. This is face wash. So whatever face wash that you use, that's what I would buy and put inside of these little containers. This container, it came in like a little travel set, came from Walmart. This is just a portable lotion. This is actually the lotion that I put in my uniform pocket and I took with me into the field, just making sure, like I told y'all, when I came back from holiday block leave, I realized how much I was neglecting my skin, like just the overall moisture of my skin. You wash your hands a lot. At least if you try and be clean, you're gonna wash your hands a lot. Make sure that you are properly moisturizing your skin. So bring some sort of travel moisturizer. Speaking of travel, I have a travel size toothpaste because I'm one of those people. I had a travel size toothpaste, travel size mouthwash, all inside of my uniform pocket, especially when we're going to the field. You finish eating them MREs and stuff. Clean your mouth, okay? Clean your mouth, clean your teeth. It's just me, I'm just saying. Lotion, this is more lotion, just in a little travel size container. Lip care, always got lip care. And then I put my towel and stuff in here. I just showed you my towel. And then here, this same little containers like this is the same container that I will put my soap in. So I would take my full size soap thing. You're not gonna be able to fly with it unless you check your bag. So whatever soap you like, go ahead and check a bag and bring it to basic training with you so that you're not having soap that your skin likes. I mean, I didn't think about that, but I'm telling you, okay? So I would fill this little thing up with soap so that I have soap with me. This is actually, witch hazel again, but I would put soap in a little thing like this, and I also had oil with me. So I would oil up my skin, just keeping my skin all together moisturized, all right? So that's everything for our hygiene supply list. Of course, there's shower shoes and all those kind of things. Look at my initial packing list video. All of that stuff I used everything that was in there, and I wish that I had more. So I have this list for you guys, the total list I'm going to type out like I told you, and you'll be able to either I'm able to link it on here or link it somehow, or you can just directly email me for it and ask me for it, and I'll gladly send it over to you. All right, as always, if you have a question, ask a question, and I'll see you guys in the next video.